Hey, you lukewarm egoists. Subscribe to Suki. Or don't. Be a joke of a striker all your life if you want. Or be a strong egoist by subscribing right now. Your choice.
What if the prodigy of Japan got scouted and accepted by Italy's Ubers instead of Spain's La Real, like in the original story? How would this affect his character development and the BlueLock's growth in the NEL? We will explore this today. Before I get into this video structure, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe into the channel as you will get more content from me. If you want to interact with me more, then join the Discord channel. We got lots of BlueLock fans over there. We will talk about why Sae ends up in Ubers, his character breakdown, how he will develop new abilities, wisdom, and how he affects the matches. Okay, let's go. Okay, so why does Sae choose Ubers? It's easier than the win and isagi video I did with Akira. As we know, the only reason Sae left Japan was because he got scouted by Real. So now in this version, it's just Ubers who scouted, and I'm pretty sure any giant European team who would have signed Sae would have accepted. So now it's just gonna be Ubers who sign him instead. Sae wouldn't be as hyped since they're not the best club in the world, but hey, it's a step up. Now this is where I would advise you to get a membership with the channel, because there are two options we can take this path into. One where he turns into a midfielder, one where he stays a striker, since there are no Luna or Bunny factors to make him turn into a midfielder. Okay, so you have chosen the midfielder path. Maybe when you get some bread you can watch the striker path in the future. Okay, character breakdown before the NEL. Before we can get into his Uber's journey and what he will learn, we have to first of all dissect what he can already do. So since he is a midfielder, he still performs similarly to his canon self, which is his playmaker archetype. A player who can control the flow of the team's offensive play and is often involved in passing moves that leads to goals through their vision, technique, ball control, creativity, and passing ability. Sae has been described as having a calculating playstyle. He creates constant ideal plays for his team using his passing and dribbling, essentially controlling the offense and filling in any gaps the defense may have by going to the most critical point using his vision. He will also fuel the heat of the team and then decide who he'll pass to the hardest player on the pitch at the moment. With every play he makes, Sae aims to crush his opponent quickly, efficiently, and most importantly, destroy them beautifully. Stratum development. So in Ubers, he wouldn't really care for the other blockers and will have an introductory speech about how he is only here for two reasons. One being that he is interested in how the blockers grow. Secondly, the sole person he came to because he wants to know what it's like to play with the most selfish, stubborn, villainous egoist in all of BlueLock, Barou. With the rest of the blockers, he would pass to if necessary, as he treats all his pets equally, but primarily to Barou since he is the main striker. This would mean Snuffy would tweak up the formation again for Sae's liking. Sendo, Nico, and the rest of the people who played an efficient role in building the attack around Barou would not be of use for that specific role anymore, as that will all be on Sae. The defenders like Ayu and IQ has much more simpler roles, as Lorenzo wouldn't have to pick up much of the midfield slack thanks to an elite playmaker finally being on the team. Sae wouldn't have to drop back since Uber's got the perfect defense in the NEL, so this literally is the perfect team that just needed a player like Sae to make their midfield balanced, and that's because they had not a lot of offensive power and this was already a defensive team. They really got screwed by the NEL formula because they actually had to win their games with 3 goals, which if you know the Italian system, they mainly prefer to keep it low scoring but high defense. So now they can focus on their defense while Sae really just cooks the offense with Barou. So yeah, it really is the perfect formation. But how could it work as a formation? We could have 5 at the back, Nico stay at defensive midfielder, a left midfielder, a right midfielder, Sae would be the offensive midfielder, Sendo as shadow striker, Barou as advanced center forward. Snuffy and Sae would have some identical playstyles, being treating all the players equally and optimizing their teammates to the best of their abilities, and defensively keeping themselves out of the opposition's vision until it's too late. He would treat everyone besides Lorenzo, Nico, Barou, and Snuffy and Lorenzo like trash. Nico gets respect for seeing through Sae's trap in the exhibition match and almost catching on to Shido X Sae. Lorenzo is a new Gen 11 and I'm pretty sure Sae is like Sasuke, who disrespects people under his level but will put up with those above him or around him. So he and Snuffy will be cool. Speaking of Snuffy, we're about to get to him right now. I think Snuffy will pass on important knowledge to Sae like he will with Barou. One thing people may be wondering is, what if Sae doesn't want to play under Snuffy's tactics, and he will because Snuffy bases the tactics around the player's playstyles. Snuffy talking to Sae about Mick would definitely make him think about what he would do if he can't be the best midfielder in the world, and tell Snuffy, I'm not like your friend. I'm not going to be irresponsible. I've loved this sport since the age of 1, and I'll die with it. My resolve and hard work would take me to anywhere I want to. That's enough from the wisdom time. For the potential 2 abilities Sai will learn, Metavision and Sniper Vision. For Metavision, it isn't confirmed 100% if he actually has it or not. By the end of Snuffy's training, he would definitely have it 100%. And with Sniper Vision, this is what I'm calling the Eye of Charles or the Sukuna Hikona for Boruto fans. Sai is the GOAT of no interval passes, so I'm just giving him the abilities he may already have, to be honest. Sai is already so talented that I don't know how to improve him. Snuffy would give him advice about even though he is a midfielder, he should score some goals of his own, as it would scare the opposition even more, as Sai would have more options at his disposal. And defending him will be more trickier as they won't know if he is going to score or get an assist. Now, how will his matchup against PXG, the team that hosts his little brother, the rematch of the Itoshi Bros, will not happen? Listen, okay, if Stein wasn't hell-bent on joining the U20 BlueLock Japan team, a team that is way stronger than Uber's, a team that is stronger than any of the NEL teams individually, playing on a grander stage. Yeah, no, buddy. I don't think Sai's joining Ubers unless Bao's in on it. From the very beginning, he only decided to join this team to whoop them Lola Bunny butt cheeks. He ain't playing without his star striker Bao. That is a fact. So if Bao ain't playing, Sai ain't playing. So yeah, PXG will win 3-2, like in canon. Against FC Barca, Sai bags free assist to Bao, who scores a hat-trick. Now, the interesting matchup in this video is against BM. This is the battle of the All-Stars. 3 new gen are living on the same pitch at the same time: Sae Itoshi, Michel Kaiser, and Don Lorenzo. How would this turn out? My god, does Sai make a big difference here, as immediately Lorenzo would stop Kaiser in his tracks and send the ball to Sai, who snipes a no-interval pass to Bao. However, here's a problem. The Predator Ice we saw Bao use relies on the ability of Stealth Kill Shot, which is the Savannah-like experience where you have a bunch of bodies around you, and then you also have got a goalkeeper to catch them off guard, and then snipe an insane shot. So before we saw Bao usurp the team, he really relied on 2 player styles: having the midfielder draw everyone's attention and then pass it to him, an off-guard goal on the goalkeeper, or he could use the Savannah-like experience to catch the goalkeeper off guard through there. Since Sai's no-info passes won't allow for either of those options unless somehow Bao or Sendo both use each other as bait, I don't see Bao receiving it and outright scoring it immediately. So yeah, I could see Gagamao saving this one, and he would send it towards Isagi, who would trade passes with Corona before he gets jumped by 3 defenders including Nico. Isagi would order Raichi to stay on side, but no matter what happens, there's always a plan B. Nico would ignore Sai and go with plan B, a plan without Sai. This would be initiating Bao to score his first goal like in the original story of the Savannah-like experience. Lukewarm. You're not the villain king striker I wanted to play with. You're kind of like a puppet in a way, you know. You're Snuffy's little shit. You're just doing what he says. It's quite boring, honestly, bro. Pick it the fuck up. Grow that ego back, you sorry puss. Yukimiya would also... Isagi would go to Yukimiya. Hey, Yukimiya, can I count on you? Corona and I aren't really getting through the defense, and you kinda owe me for the Manshine game. If you can go crazy for me, I'm not asking you to trade passes with me, but if you can just go crazy for me, that would do a whole lot for this team. Isn't this the game where Noah said we all should go out and find out who will be the king of Bastard Munchen? Yukimiya would agree to this and just go all out, as he would start dribbling through defenders like crazy and pull off a gyro shot, which would be stopped by IQ. But Isagi anticipated that, so Isagi got ready to receive the falling ball with a direct shot, but Ness stops him in his tracks before Isagi reviews how he now has a lefty shot and scores the equalizing goal for Bastard Munchen. Huh, I remember shoulder blocking him once. Now he finally got a weapon that can prevent that from being the downfall of him. Not bad, Yoriichi Isagi. So yeah, the game would resume with Bao passing the ball to Sae, who orders everyone to go up with Sae's new plan to make Bao's score being the Savannah experience, but with Sae's dangerous no interval pass to blend in and dot. Sae sends a sniper pass to Bao, who's about to score his second goal, but Isagi stops him. Saying he has figured out Bao, Isagi makes another rush to try and score, but Sae gets in his way. When he is about to score, Sae would be prepared for anything Isagi would throw. Right foot, left foot, both feet at once, he is prepared for all of it. So Isagi would send a pass to Yukimiya like in Canon, but Kaiser steals it and scores an insane bicycle kick, making the score 2-1. Isagi would be as all the new Gen 11 players got onto his plan and changed the trajectory of the game in an instant. The Wenzo would go over to Sae. Hey, Itoshi Saiken, you're currently losing to Kaiser, you know. He's done way more in this game than you have. So, the whistle would be blown. Snuffy and Noah would come on into the pitch like in Canon. Snuffy would come on and advise Sae to finally go for his own goal, as the Sae X Barrow door isn't really working against Bastard Munchen. Screw off, old man. I know what to do. Sae would take matters into his own hands as he nutmegs Isagi and then goes to do a counter dribble against Raichi. Ness would try to tackle him as Sae would send him sliding and flick the ball up, but however, Kaiser comes in and takes the ball, saying that Sae is lukewarm, and then sends the pass to Grim, who passes it back to Kaiser, but Lorenzo gets in his way. However, Kaiser was bait as it heads to Ness, but Snuffy is there and headers the ball down, sending it to Sae, and tells Sae to complete what he started. Sae would go through everyone as everyone would try to jump him, forcing Sae to pass to Bao with Noah on him, but it actually goes to Sendo. Sendo goes for goal, but Gagamao stops it. The shot goes off, and Isagi, having deja vu to when Sae scored in the exhibition match, would go to cover him in time. Sae would pull off a roulette, sending Isagi sliding. Yukimiya would try to use his immersive speed to get in front of him, but Sae simply nutmegs him. Then he would destroy Birkenstock. Then following that, he would destroy Mensa, before getting ready to score against Gagamao, who tries to rush him, but Sae simply just shoots a chip shot, flicking it over Gagamao. But Kunigami stops it before it gets in. Sae gets in another position to score again with Gagamao and Kunigami off balance. Isagi gets in his way. However, he sends a back pass to Bao to shoot, but Kaiser stops his shot. Sae would pull a fake shot to fool Isagi into a Trivela shot to top bin that crap to score a top bin equalizer. But Gagamao would finally lock in and finally stop Sae's shot, learning from his mistake with his prior encounter from Sae. Hey, Villain King. It's finally time to wake the hell up. Dinner's being served. Get ready, your plate's coming. Sae would get the corner kick ready as he would shoot the ball high in the air. Bao would chase it with all his might, trying to get his gamble shot on, but the ball goes a little too high and spins into the top opposite right corner. As Sae would score an Olympical goal from the corner itself. I think it's called an Olympical. But yeah, Sae would equalize the game 2-2. With everyone around him being in shock, Barrow would finally be pissed off and tell Snuffy he's done. He's ready. Barrow would enter the flow. Even though Snuffy and Noah has to go out, Barrow has finally awakened. Hiyori's presence would finally come onto the pitch, however, Sae is there to negate it. And with Barrow finally being awakened, Sae would be able to assist Barrow to score a long-range gamble shot of his choosing to win the game for Ubers 3-2. Now, for Ubers to be NEL champions, they would have to beat Munchen City and hope Bastard Munchen beats PXG. Ubers would crush Munchen City 3-1. With BM beating PXG, that would mean Ubers would become the NEL champions. So yeah, Sae joining Ubers seems to be a success. While Sae can't tame the beast and Bao 100%, he can at least make Bao return to his villain king self and have a mutual beneficial relationship with him. Sae would learn at least a few things from Ubers. This would be the dream team for Sae. A competent striker, a stacked defense, he would be having an easy field day cooking his opposition. Now that's all. The next video, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be a Sae video as it's Saetober. Now to the next video, stay blessed, Suki out.